Dear students, here we are again, and in the meantime, we are already at round 5 of the Fin competition. I hope you all feel more comfortable now to take further decisions given your experience with the game in the previous rounds. Just like last time, I would like to look at a number of important indicators of your performance. Again, we will use the colors green, orange, red to analyze your relative performance in comparison with your direct competitors. Let's look at this time at the income statements, but before, the most important indicator of all is your global score of ranking. Here it is. Let's look this time at the income statements. The net interest income is an important driver of financial performance. Intermediation between savings and loans and paying lower interest rates on deposits while receiving higher interest rates on loans is the core business of any bank. Your pricing will have an important impact, and also the volumes. Look at both factors that explain your net interest income. Other income from services offered to clients can also be pretty significant if you focus on that activity. Investment management services is a booming business with a lot of growth potential. Furthermore, it does not require more capital because it's relatively risk-free. How did you perform for that activity? And finally, in the income categories, corporate advisory can be important if you strategically decided to be active in that very specialized market. Now, let's look at the other side of the coin. Getting a high income is not enough. Your costs should at the same time be under control. Important costs elements are staff of personnel costs. Don't forget that personnel costs are a balancing act as many decisions to be taken in bank management. Try to keep the costs under control while keeping your personnel motivated. Also, marketing is an important cost factor, but essential to attract more clients and business. Do you spend enough? Or do you spend too much? And look for ways to make a more optimal decision. And finally, look at your administration costs. Specifically, risk management can be expensive, but is essential to survive during a potential downturn. Finally, let's look at some important ratios. For example, the cost-income ratio, which gives you information about the percentage of your income you need to cover your costs. If it's too high, try to find what you could do to improve it. If it's fine, try to keep it like that. And the second major ratio is the capital ratio, or the Tier 1 capital ratio, which is somewhere the proportion of risk you take in your bank in comparison with the equity capital you have to protect your deposits. Regulators like high ratios because they make your bank solid against any downturn. But don't forget that capital is also very expensive. And then you have too much capital that will delete the income you will be able to give to your shareholders. And they also want a reasonable income to make you win the game. And last but not least, don't again forget the economic environment, which fortunately at this time seems to be quite good, and the outlook seems to be quite rosy. Once again, I wish you all good luck and enjoy the game. I look forward to see you again in about 3 weeks.